And we welcome you to Shady Spring High School as we getting you ready for the third game of the morning and day here in the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason showcase. And this game will feature the Beckley Flying Eagles, Class 4A, taking on the Nitro Wildcats from Class AAA. And, Eric, we see this throughout the preseason, certain players not being able to play due to injuries and whatnot, and that will be the case for Beckley to here this afternoon. One of their top players, one of their starters, Zion Hawthorne, will not be available to Beckley coach Ron Kidd. I was told that he tweaked an ankle, and I think obviously that's smart. You want to make sure that your main guys are 100% when you're ready to start the regular season.
Yeah, when the games matter. And he had a chance to get some good quarters in against Chapmanville, and you're right, Mayor. So you're exactly right. You don't want something small to turn into something big later down the stretch when the games really matter.
So you know what that means. When there's adversity, there's opportunity. And here this afternoon for the Beckley Flying Eagles, Taylor Williams. He's a 6'1" senior, and I don't recall him ever playing high school. He may have played middle school, but to be able to step in and get a start here this afternoon.
Yeah, and I think you go to where he's a senior. He's got a nice body type, a little raw. You do actually remember him playing for Beckley Stratton.
I do.
We actually did a game.
But he didn't.
But it was a while back. But
he's a senior, so that had been at least 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. We did, and I remember us going like he's probably their best player, but he never did. As numbers come, when those two teams converge, a lot of those guys don't think they're going to be able to make it or play or whatever sometimes, and they just don't.
It just didn't happen. Well,
yep.
On the flip side for Nitro, they're going to be missing one of their top players too. He's 6'5", and it's a good thing, and I say a good thing, and I was joking with the coach when I say that, because he's got about 17 letters in his name, and it starts with a P and ends with an I, and this is a real Polish name, Politowski.
Oh.
And he's a 6'5" senior, and he will not be available for Nitro. So each team will be without a starter as they're going through their final warm-ups before we play here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and like you said, when absence comes opportunity. So, and a lot of these kids feel that they deserve more minutes, but this is a time to earn it, right? You guys put it up or shut up when it comes to why wasn't I in the game, Coach? Well, did you see that couple minutes I put you in that scrimmage? So you got to get better, but there's a good chance for both of these teams, state tournament type caliber teams here, and to get ready for the season.
And here's another thing too, Eric, when you're talking about role players that now inserted in the starting lineup, all of a sudden role players are not playing with other role players. You're playing with the other 4 starters for each Nitro and Beckley.
Yeah, and that the thing is, and it's up to your starters to really help out those players and get them, to help them and get them in the right position to succeed as well.
So Beckley will be the home team on the scoreboard. They'll wear the white uniforms trimmed in maroon. Nitro will wear the black uniforms trimmed in white and red. And, we've had Hurricane wearing black, white, and red, Pikeview black, white, and red. And now we have Nitro in this game, black, white, and red. And we're a couple of minutes away from getting the game started. While we got a minute, I want to tell you that here this afternoon, our broadcast is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty, Luke Richmond, the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. You can check him out at wvexitelevation.com as we get ready to take a look at the starting lineups. And I know Eric is just now finishing putting Nitro, the visiting team, in the scorebook. But this is how Nitro will go. They'll go with 6'1" junior Ty Stevens. They'll go with a 6' senior Derek Lowe. It'll be Timothy Lovejoy, a 6'7" junior, so a little size right there, Eric, for Nitro. It'll be Ashton Crouch at 6'4", and he's also a senior. And Caden Thomas, I wonder, any relation to you? Seems like, there's all kinds of Thomases, and you seem like you're related to everybody. Are you related to this young man?
Well, probably maybe down the line, but they say your team's not good unless it's got a Thomas on it.
Well, that could be the case. And for Beckley, they will go this way. Of course, Jalen Walton, 6'4" senior. He's been a staple of the program over the last several years. Preston Clary, of course, Kobe Dillon. We all know about Kobe if you've watched any basketball at all, the way he can rain the three. And this is your cousin, A.J. Thomas, into the lineup along with Taylor Williams.
Yeah, and I think that the one thing, if my early, assessment and Achilles heel of this Woodrow team, they're going to have to compensate for size with some heart. and really doing the fundamental things and getting after it defensively and creating turnovers.
And I think one of the biggest questions coming into the 24-25 season for Beckley will be how their role players coming off the bench, how their bench will develop, because when Zion Hawthorne is ready, obviously back in the starting lineup, they've got four to five solid really starters.
Yeah, definitely guys that you can really go to war with, and high basketball IQ and real athletic players.
So Walton's in the center circle for Beckley as they put the ball up in the air, and for Nitro, that's Lovejoy, and Nitro will control the tip, go to the basket to our right. Of course, Beckley in the patent man-to-man. There's a shot into the lane, is good. That's a nice shot that time by Stevens, and Nitro's on the board.
And Nitro attacks right off the bat, that man-to-man, and let's see what they come out defensively, man-to-man as well.
Here's Clary putting the ball on the deck, finding Kobe Dillon. He'll spot up for three. He doesn't go. You know, it seems like every time he shoots it, you just think it's going in. And he's getting another chance as he spots up for three, and he missed them both. He had two good looks, and he couldn't knock either one of them down.
Well, I think Kobe, you know, where he played the other sport, in soccer, where I think Ty Stevens knocked that down.
Another one down.
Yeah, 5. Still think he's still trying to get his legs up underneath him, you know, coming off that state championship run for the soccer team.
Walton hits a baseline shot. So got a lot of action just a minute into the game here. Glad you're with us on Video Productions. Here's another three. Is dialed up and good by Stevens. Boy, red hot. He's come. He brought his shooting game here this afternoon. Here's a straightaway 20-footer. That shot's no good. That shot was put up by Taylor Williams. And back the other way, here comes Nitro. Stevens backs it back out. Kobe Dillon on him. And good hands by Walton. But had Walton not touched that ball, that was going to be a turnover. Of course, Walton didn't know it as he overplayed.
Right, overplayed it. I think that was going to be a tough entry pass, and as you stated, go out of bounds.
So it'll be Nitro's ball. They'll inbound to our right. Wildcats and Nitro. Their football team did make the Class AAA playoffs, as Beckley's football team made the Class 4A playoffs. Here's a three on its way, and it's good. Nitro coming out shooting hot. Derek Lowe drops the three ball. And it's a quick 9-0 lead, or 9-point lead rather, for Nitro.
And Nitro's really coming out and gets the turnover defensively.
Yeah, Clary turns it over. Here's a trail, spot up three, good. They are raining threes, and Beckley needs a timeout as that three ball was knocked down by Lovejoy. And just like that, Eric, just 2 minutes plus, it's a 14-2 Nitro lead.
Yeah, and knocked down, what are they, 4 for 4 from three-point line?
Yes. I
mean, you know, sometimes, great timeout right there, but you would have to think that as we look at the replay here, just, you know, not bad defense, just better offense right there. And I think if you're Woodrow, just have to stay the course if you're Beckley and try to get some stops.
This afternoon's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Whether you're having breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you want Cracker Barrel, with locations in Beckley and Princeton. But, yeah, Nitro, you know, that's the one thing that in the two previous games that you and I have done here this morning and today, and the game we did last night, all teams have played hard, but not every team has shot the ball really well, and they've turned it over. At least here in the first 2 minutes plus, not even quite 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes plus, Nitro has really been on fire, knocking down 4 threes and a 2, and they take a 14-2 lead right out of the gate.
Yeah, and we had a chance to talk about this before we came on the air. We might have stated it too on the air. This Nitro team, if you can remember, I think on the way to the state championship, Shady had to battle them and beat them in the state tournament. So you got a lot of the same guys back from that. So this is one of these teams that I think Ronnie Olson's probably wanting to take a look at here at Shady.
So here's Beckley with it out of the timeout. Clary backs it out. Kobe Dillon with it now, and they're all over him because the reputation that Kobe Dillon brings with his shooting. As Clary will drive the baseline, they cut him off. Around the horn they go. Here's a three on the right side. It's short and hit the top of the basket, which is out of bounds. That three was put up by Taylor Williams, and the ball will go over to Nitro.
Let's go back to this possession right here. And I think one thing that they need out of Preston Clary, as he drove the baseline, 2 more dribbles, he's shooting a layup. He's got to be more aggressive. I think he has to be more offensive and not passive this year.
Of course, each team playing without a starter. Nitro working around. Beckley playing man-to-man. 3 minutes into the game. And ball is turned over for the moment. And the held ball, the arrow will go to Beckley. That's good Beckley defense.
Yeah, good.
And that's one way, Eric, you agree, for Beckley to get back in the game, they got to do it on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's what I think that timeout was all about. It wasn't about the hot shooting. I think it was about being passive on defense and not being up the line and in the lanes and really making shots tough for Nitro.
Yeah, getting out on him, making passes tough for Nitro, and Beckley able to turn him over. Here's Walton. He's got the only 2 points for Beckley as he penetrates into the lane with a short jump hook. Walton is got the only 4 points for Beckley. And here's Nitro back on the attack.
Man, he got away with a travel right there, Nitro.
There's a missed shot, and that shot that time was put up by Lovejoy. We got a whistle and a foul, and it's going to be a Nitro foul.
And
foul on Stevens.
Yeah, foul on Stevens. And the thing, if you look at Beckley, the one thing I want you to pay attention to is A.J. Thomas rebounds really well for his size, on the backside right there. We have a
Crouch will check into the lineup for Nitro. Colin Crouch, a 6'2 sophomore for Nitro, and also Maddox Cole will check in for the Wildcats. Here's A.J. Thomas with it. Williams has it now, trying to get the ball to Walton. Here's the hedge out on Clary. A.J. Thomas will dial up a three and hit. A.J. Thomas hits a three. So Beckley with a little mini 5-0 run. Down low, defensive breakdown, and able to get free, and the easy layup is Lovejoy with the finish.
5 points for Lovejoy, and you don't like that easy score if you're Beckley.
Kobe Dillon spots up, couldn't knock it down. Battle for the rebound. Taylor had it. We got a foul on Nitro, and Taylor Williams will get to the free throw line. He will shoot 2. We watch the replay here, Eric. There's the missed shot there, and Taylor Williams battles for the offensive rebound, draws the foul in the lane. Left-handed shooter, first free throw is no good.
Hey, get your legs in it, snap that thing down, Taylor. Come on now.
So second free throw coming for Taylor Williams. He'll shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Second free throw on its way, and he gets the roll, and he got that. So he gets 1 of 2. Nitro back on the attack. And Nitro turns it over.
Not aware of the side out of bounds, and I think that was Maddox Cole stepping out of bounds right there, Maris.
So Beckley will get the ball on the turnover. Kobe Dillon will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Clary thought about the three, puts it on the deck, gets to the free throw line, puts up the 15-footer, needs a roll, doesn't go, but Walt with the offensive rebound in the putback, and it goes, and he's fouled.
And that's what they need out of Walton, way to clean up the glass and get in and have a chance for the three-point play.
Yeah, watch the replay there.
Yeah, but 2 things happened on this. You know what created the opportunity for Walton to get that is Preston Clary being aggressive offensively. He has a good-looking shot and release. He just has to be more, I think, has to believe in his offensive set more.
Walton does not complete the three-point play. He does have 6 of the Beckley 10, and the lead's been trimmed to 6. There's a nice drive by Nitro. Beckley, good defense to cut it off. Nitro brings it back out to restart. Mid-range shot no good by Stevens. Offensive rebound. Stevens now will shoot an air ball, and it's going to be a Nitro foul. And they'll get Crouch. Collins Crouch.
And excuse me, Maris, not to overtalk you. Good box out, though. You know what we saw? We saw twice early on in this game. Box them out.
So after Nitro got off that hot start, Eric, at 14-2, Beckley's climbed back. Here's Walton in the low post. They double team him, knock the ball free. He's able to pick it back up. Kobe Dillon just inside, or actually he's on the three-point line behind it, and he knocks down a three ball. And just like that, after being down by as many as 12, Beckley's cut the lead to only 3.
Yeah, but it's because of that timeout and the defensive intensity, and they're really picking it up.
And that's what it's been. Beckley gets the turnover. Ball's free, and Kobe Dillon comes out of there with it. A.J. Thomas will dial it up for 3. Had a good look. Offensive rebound. Kobe Dillon spots up, 3 ball, got it. And Beckley able to rally to tie the game. Beckley right now is on a 14-2 run. Nitro started the game, Eric, on a 14-2 run. Beckley now on a 14-2 run.
Yeah, and it's a game of runs, and right now the intensity is really flipped to Beckley, and this could be an and one.
And a steal by Preston Clary, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line, and a chance as we watch the replay, this last deep 3 ball by Kobe Dillon. Yeah. And he shot that from the next zip code.
Well, I think he shot that. Well, that would have been out of bounds in volleyball. He shot that.
That was from the next zip code when Kobe Dillon launched that last 3. Yeah. So Beckley currently, after being down 14-2, are on a 14-2 run of their own. And Preston Clary can give Beckley their first lead, and the free throw is good.
And what both coaches have to be, as you see Preston Clary getting fouled, getting to the line, both of these coaches have to be pleased with this first quarter. First of all, if you're Nitro, you didn't come out in awe of Beckley. You started out shooting the ball really well. But also, you're Beckley, you're down 14-2 and able to really battle back and possibly take the lead and win the quarter.
And Clary makes both free throws to give Beckley a 2-point advantage. Right now, 16-2 Beckley run. But you're right, Eric, that timeout, Beckley looked like they really turned it up a notch defensively after that timeout. They get the ball into the post, or tried to, but Beckley's defense forces out. Here's a 3. The 3 is no good. Battle for the rebound, and Beckley's come out of there with it.
But everything's been contested, as you stated. Not only shots, but passes.
Kobe Dillon, time to set his feet, launch a 3. It's short, and it's out of bounds over to Nitro.
You know what made him miss that shot?
Too wide open.
Took a dribble.
Yeah, took a dribble, too wide open.
He's usually a guy catch and shoot. He didn't. He knocked that down. Believe in your shot. That's one of those where I think he broke his own rhythm.
So we're under a minute for the quarter, which has been a game of runs. Nitro got off the first half of the quarter with a 14-2 run, and now Beckley has got a 16-2 run going right now. Here's a steal by Beckley. Clary with the steal. Kobe Dillon for 3, a little strong. And the rebound is Thomas for Nitro. Thomas on the move. The ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro.
I didn't mean to hit you right there, but this is the consummate. If you could see this, Kobe missed a 3, Kobe Dillon, but was able to get back in transition defense, not pouting about missing and deflecting it, and make Nitro play from the half-court set.
Yeah, Nitro has been stuck. I was going to say they've been stuck on 16 to that 3 ball, and that 3 ball is made by Cole, and Nitro back in front. Final 15 seconds of the quarter. Clary on a drive, finds Kobe Dillon. Dillon scoop shot, doesn't go. And you know what's amazing, Eric, that Beckley played as aggressive as they did and did not commit a foul in that first quarter. That's the end of one, a very entertaining, exciting first quarter. At the end of one, it's Nitro 19, Beckley 18. Be right back with the second quarter here on Video Productions.
A lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School here at the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason showcase. And wow, what an entertaining and exciting first quarter we had, Eric. As Nitro came out, they made 5 threes in that first quarter. They led 14-2, and then Beckley went on a 16-2 run, and then Nitro hit a 3 ahead of the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter, very high-tempo, exciting, high-intense scrimmage, and 19-18, Nitro with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a scrimmage, but both of these teams are really working on what they need to work on and getting after it. I like that feel and the energy from both teams.
So Nitro will have the first possession to start quarter number 2 with the ball and up 1. And like I said, as you can see on your screen, it goes to 0-0. We'll keep you up to date with the running total, which is 19-18 Nitro as we start the second quarter.
Well, you know what's impressive is the size of Nitro. They're going to be tough. That's going to turn over. Oh, it didn't go out of bounds.
No, it didn't. There's a baseline drive, pull up, tough shot in. That's a good-looking shot by the left-hander, Lovejoy.
And that's Lovejoy's 7th point of the contest. Tough make on the baseline.
Here's Taylor Williams for 3, not close. Lovejoy, 6'7", and able to stop on the dime there and knock down that baseline shot with the left hand.
Yeah, and Lovejoy's a lefty, and I just noticed that Taylor Williams is a lefty as well.
Here's Nitro on a drive, a step through, and there's a Beckley foul.
Yeah, it's going to be on Taylor Williams. Too late, sliding over, trying to take that charge.
As that was Caden Thomas going to the basket for Nitro.
And that'll be the first foul of the game. Of the game
on Beckley. Yeah. As Derek Lowe will put the ball in play for Nitro. The ball goes right through the hands of the person he's trying to get the ball to, which was Crouch, and back the other way is Beckley with it. Kobe Dillon backs it out, resets the offense. Around the horn they go. Find Preston Clary, he'll spot up, launch a 3 and hit. Preston Clary rains a 3 and it ties the game at 21. Nitro on the attack. Lovejoy throws it away. Kobe Dillon races the other way, goes in with the easy layup, left hand, and Beckley is in front by 2 at 23-21.
And that's a patented Beckley thing right there, turning the defense into offense for a quick transition layup by Kobe Dillon.
Here's Thomas with it for Nitro. Thomas into the lane. He got tripped inadvertently, but it is a Beckley foul.
And I think that'll be Thomas fouling Thomas as we look at the steal here by Kobe Dillon and going coast to coast for the lay-in.
Going in with the left hand, and the finish there. Beckley leads by 2 overall, 23-21. And here's Thomas with it. Like I said, it's Thomas on Thomas. There's an A.J. Thomas for Beckley, and he is defending Caden Thomas for Nitro. Lovejoy will dial up a 3, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro. Beckley will dip into its bench. And a Lucas Rainey, a 6'2 junior, will check into the Beckley lineup. Taylor Williams will have a seat.
This will be the first substitution of the contest.
For Beckley. They get the ball inside, down low. Short shot is no good. That was right point blank. Rainey comes out of there with the loose ball. And that was, there's an Austin Lovejoy, and he missed that shot.
And that's one of those you have to have. Great entry pass to Lovejoy, just not able to get it in.
And there's a reach-in foul on Nitro.
Yeah, and they're going to call that most of the times. That's Ty Stevens, and he'll pick up his second. You know, and that's Ty Stevens shouldn't do that. He has 6-8 points. You don't need him on the bench when you're down a starter.
Yeah, when you say most of the time, I say they'll call that pretty much all the time. As they get the ball now to Walton. Walton goes hard to the basket. And what do we got? We got a jump ball, and the possession error will keep it with Beckley. So Beckley will inbound the ball. Kobe Dillon will put it in play. Clary drives the baseline, and there's a lot of contact, foul on the drive.
Yeah, and that's a good attack, recognizing that you had him leaning and going past and pressing Clary. It would be a common foul, not a shooting foul. And I think that foul was picked up by, Derek Lowe for Nitro. That'll be the team's second and his first.
So Beckley will put the ball in play with Kobe Dillon under their basket. Ball comes out high to Clary. Kobe Dillon spots up, 3 ball on the right side, in and out, heartbreak. That ball looked like it was going to be halfway down.
Great hustle.
Good hustle by A.J. Thomas to keep the possession alive for Beckley.
And that steals a possession, so to speak, right there. And boy, that ball did everything
but go in.
Kobe but go in.
He had a good look at it. Ball was halfway down, popped back out on him. And now they're turning the ball over to Nitro. So I'm not sure exactly.
They said that the angle, that the one ref had a better angle, and it went off of A.J. Thomas's leg after he knocked it off.
So Nitro will get the ball back.
But I love when they get it right. Get together and get it right.
So here's Thomas for Nitro down the lane, puts up a wild-looking shot, doesn't go, battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds over to Beckley. So after Nitro had that hot start, Eric, by scoring 19 points in the first quarter, and we've played over 3 minutes. They've only got 2 here in the second quarter.
Early no.
Beckley leads the overall game by 2, 23-21. Beckley resets the offense. Kobe Dillon puts it on the deck. Clary comes around a screen, tacks the basket, throws it back out to A.J. Thomas. Walton off the dribble, and there's a reach-in foul, and that'll be a foul on Nitro, and Beckley will have to inbound the ball. So, Eric, we know that when the scoring picked up the way it was in that first quarter, it has definitely tapered off for both teams here in the second quarter.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the intensity of the defense, man. It's been played at a high level, and so both of these teams have really exerted a lot of energy here in the first quarter and a half.
Kobe Dillon for 3, a splashdown as Kobe Dillon rains a 3, and Beckley has its biggest lead now at 5. That's his third 3, and that makes it 26-21, the overall score. Here's a deep 3 for Nitro. Back iron, no good. That 3 was put up by Lowe.
Got a 2-on-1
Here's Kobe Dillon. Nice pass to Rainey, and he can't finish.
I think that might have been goaltending.
Back the other way comes Nitro.
But if you're Rainey, you have to finish that shot.
Lovejoy straight away knocks down a 3.
5-point swing right there. Missed layup on one end leads to a 3 on the other.
Here's Preston Clary with it. He'll spot up. He'll shoot a 3 straight away. Back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound. Nitro comes out of there with it. That was Crouch with the rebound for the Wildcats of Nitro. 2-point overall lead for Beckley, 26-24. Here's a 3 for the lead. It's short. Kobe Dillon with the rebound. Kobe Dillon going coast to coast, tacks the basket, little floater. Doesn't get it to go, but draws the foul and will get to the line.
And that's something that Kobe Dillon has added to his game as he goes. I think one more dribble, he might have been worried about getting a shot block, but I think one more dribble, he would have got into it with a better angle to make.
So Kobe Dillon, an excellent free throw shooter.
Was that foul whistled on Lovejoy right there?
And the free throw, I didn't see the official even give that as Kobe Dillon makes the free throw. And checking back into the Beckley lineup will be Taylor Williams as Preston Clary will have a seat. We watched the replay there, Eric. So Beckley has the overall lead at 27-24.
So I was correct. It was on Lovejoy.
And Kobe Dillon makes the second free throw. He got them both. So the overall lead in the game is 28-24 Beckley, coming up on the 3-minute mark here of the half. Here's Thomas with it. He lost control of the ball. He gets it back. They throw the ball in the low post. Short turnaround up and in, and one. That's a nice play that time by the 6'3 sophomore Colin Crouch, able to catch the ball in the low post, turn around, shoot, and score, and draw the foul.
Yeah, and it was on the help. Did they call that one on Rainey? Or
I think so. Rainey
I think
behind
on the rain,
yes.
And that was where he got caught just coming in a little late and getting the foul.
So Crouch will try to polish off a three-point play. Crouch ready. Free throw on its way. He doesn't connect, and Walton clears the rebound. Here's A.J. Thomas on the move. Trying to get the ball inside. Beckley throws it away.
Yeah, just a careless pass there.
Yeah, there was really nothing there.
Nothing there.
Nothing there, yeah.
Nothing there.
So Nitro with the chance to tie the game overall or perhaps regain the lead if they get a 3 ball. Try to get the ball inside, and it's a turnover as Walton comes up with the loose ball. And Beckley on the move. Get the ball to Walton in the low post. Spots up, turns around, shoots it long. And Cade Thomas clears a rebound for Nitro. Ball's loose out on the floor, picked up by Rainey. Baseball pass, Kobe Dillon ahead to Williams. Williams goes in with the left hand, off the window and scores.
Good transition pass by Kobe Dillon, keeping his head up and recognizing they had 2 offensive players down the court.
And Nitro throws it away. So Preston Clary will check back into the Beckley lineup and watch that last play, like I said, that baseball pass.
Yeah.
Nice play, and also nice body control by Williams to finish.
And with the lefty, the way came under control and kissed it off the glass.
So Beckley with the ball and the lead. They're up 30-26 overall. Beckley's outscored them, as you can see, 12-7 in this quarter. A.J. Thomas looks for a cutter. Preston Clary steps out behind the three-point line and knocks it down. Preston Clary with a 3. Beckley on a mini 5-0 run. And they lead by 7, 33-26. Good help defense by A.J. Thomas, and he does a good job by coming down to help the defender, and the possession arrow will keep it with Nitro.
Yeah, and A.J. Thomas makes the big pay by putting the ball on the floor, and that's the way we were coached, though. If the big guy brings it down, you have to make him pay.
Eli Littlejohn will check in for Nitro for the first time here this afternoon. And also back into the ball game will be Timmy Lovejoy, and Nitro able to score out of that inbounds play to cut the lead to 33-28. Back the other way, a 3 doesn't go.
Did you see who scored out of that?
I did not. Here's Lovejoy back the other way.
Work, AJ, work. That's it, keep working, keep working.
Here's a 3, a spot up, no good. Lovejoy battles for the rebound, the ball is loose. That was Ty Stevens. He had been on the bench for a while for Nitro. He had a hot hand to start the game, and here comes Kobe Dillon with it. Clary filling the 3, puts it on the deck. Over to Kobe Dillon, drains the 3. Nope, he had a good look. And there's a foul on A.J. Thomas.
Yeah, and that's just one of those, you can hear the coaches, don't foul.
Just frustration, maybe.
AJ, look, close your mouth. Look at me. It's too far away, that's silly. Understand?
And coaches, this is a very teachable, coachable moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, that's a bad foul. And I think even A.J. Thomas knew it was a bad foul. And if he doesn't, he knows it now, right?
Correct.
All right, here's Nitro with it. Beckley does a good job cutting off the driver on the baseline. They turn Nitro over. Here's Williams in the open floor, and he should have pulled up and maybe shot that off the glass. That's an easy call to play for the official, charge all the way. So let's see if Nitro will hold it for the final shot of the half with 11.2 remaining in it. Yeah, as we watch the replay, he leaned into the defender. Easy play to call. So here's Nitro. See if they know the clock. One clock's got 13, the other's got 2. The clock, and that I can see why Nitro thought, because one clock they were going to had 15 seconds on it. The other clock only had 3.
That's the second time we've had that happen.
Yeah,
Are
so
they not synchronized?
That was not synchronized, and that cost Nitro on that. So that's the half. At the break, it's Beckley up 5, 33-28. We'll take a break, come back, recap the first half here on Video Productions.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Let the sunshine in. Get started today with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. What better way to do that than our energy-efficient windows and doors for every budget and style? We offer superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price. We offer great financing options too. So why wait? Transfer your home today with Window World of Beckley and let the sun shine in.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School here at the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason showcase with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. And at halftime, Beckley leads 33-28. But Nitro got a hot start, Eric. They scored the first 5 points of the game. They got off to a 14-2 lead, and then Beckley flipped the script on them and went on a 16-2 run after Nitro started the game on a 14-2 run. The quarter ended with Nitro in front 19-18. Beckley had a strong second quarter, and they lead 5 as they outscored Nitro by 4 in that second quarter to lead 33-28. You have the numbers of the first half individually, and those numbers are brought to you by Pepsi. Nothing tastes better in a blue can than Pepsi. Eric, let's see if you are ready for the numbers of the first half.
I'm ready for you, partner. As you stated, the score is 33-28. Beckley, Nitro got out to a hot start, 19 points in that first quarter, and the 19 points were fueled by 5 long balls in that quarter. Cooled off, so to speak, in the second quarter as they were held to 9 points. And scoring by quarters for Beckley, they had 18, trailed 19-18 at the end of one, but was able to outscore Nitro 15-9 in that second quarter to build the lead that they have at halftime. Leading the way for Nitro, Ty Stevens has 10 points. He sat on the bench for an extended time after knocking down 2 long balls in the first quarter. Timmy Lovejoy has 10 as well. Derek Lowe chipped in 3, and Maddox Cole 3, and Colton Crouch off the bench with 2 points. Leading the way for Beckley, all 5 starters that garnered the floor played. They only dipped into the bench one time. So it's been kind of like the cardiac kids for Beckley this afternoon, being down a starter. But Kobe Dillon has 13 points. Preston Clary has 8. Kobe Dillon has 3 long balls. Preston Clary 2. Jalen Walton has 6 points. A.J. Thomas and Taylor Williams with 3 points each.
All right, at the break, Beckley leads the overall game 33-28. And we'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for the second half here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're about to go on the most important journey, it matters who you choose to start it with. From your very first prenatal appointment, Access Health's dedicated team is here to support you with the latest technology and personalized care. Preparing for your little one's arrival is a special time. And when the big day arrives, you can be confident knowing you have the same team to guide and support you. Access Health, your partner in health every step of the way.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
And we're back here at Shady Spring High School here at the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason showcase with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, we're seconds away from starting the second half. And the one thing the Nitro coach, and rightfully so, Austin Lowe, a really good guy, had a chance to have a nice conversation with him. He's saying to the officials, on that last possession of the half, the scoreboard behind him
had
3 seconds. Well, had the incorrect time. The one that he was going to had 15 seconds, and he thought they had more time, and then the clock ran out, and they didn't even get a shot off. But so we start the second half. Beckley's up 33-28, and Nitro started the game on a 14-2 run. Then Beckley got a 16-2 run of their own, and Nitro led by 1 at the end of the quarter. Beckley outscored Nitro by 6 in that second quarter, and Beckley will have the first possession here in the quarter number 3. And Beckley turns it over. Stevens knocks the ball out of A.J. Thomas's hands, and then A.J. Thomas will commit the foul on the other end.
Yeah, good hard foul, nothing dirty about it, but don't give up the layup. But he's going to get a talking to about turning the ball over first possession to start the half.
So it'll be Stevens getting to the free throw line for Nitro. He will shoot 2. Of course, we got to let you know that Beckley's and both Nitro are playing without a starter. Landon Politoski, a 6'5 senior, is not available here this afternoon for Nitro, and Zion Hawthorne is not available for Beckley.
I mean, the turnover was bad, but the foul ended up being a good foul, not giving up the easy 2, and as Ty Stevens missed the first.
And he makes the second, cuts Beckley's lead overall to 4 at 33-29. Here's Williams finding Walton down low, and he goes hard and lays it up and in. Nice play by Taylor Williams, able to penetrate and then find Walton low. Back the other way, Nitro. Stevens able to score.
And both halves, both quarters, the first quarter and the third quarter, Stevens has started out strong as Beckley turns it over.
Derek Lowe on the steal for Nitro. And they throw the ball inside, and it looked like it went off the face of Preston Clary.
Well, it did.
And I hate to laugh because I'm sure he's not laughing because it probably didn't feel too good. So it'll be Nitro's ball under their own basket. Ball will come into Crouch. They try to get the ball down low. Beckley turns them over. Kobe Dillon on the move. He'll stop. 3 on its way. Doesn't go. And A.J. Thomas with a good hustle play to get that rebound, keep it alive for Beckley. Walton into the lane, and he throws it away. Had maybe the right idea, just nobody home.
Yeah, and the thing is, and that's where I think Taylor Williams hasn't played for a while. You're supposed to slide down right there and spot up.
Yeah.
He just stayed out behind the shooter where he could have slid down.
And you can see the scoreboard to our right has got some problems, but we do have the scoreboard to our left. Here's Nitro with it. Stevens will dial up a 3. No good. Battle for the rebound, and it's tipped to Preston Clary.
Man, Stevens has a good-looking shot. Nice rotation.
Clary all the way. What do we got?
Ooh.
They do call a charge. It took a while for the official. We knew it was a foul, and we're just waiting to see which way he was going to point.
And that was the correct call as Preston dipped that shoulder.
So as we watch the replay, right there, Preston Clary. Yep, easy play to call.
Easy play to call.
Next play, let's go.
So here comes Nitro with it. Beckley leads the overall score 35-31. Here is Lowe with it for Nitro. They get the ball down low to Lovejoy. They double team him. They knock the ball free. Good Beckley defense. Here comes Beckley on the run. Clary gets the pass from Kobe Dillon in traffic and scores.
Nice, strong take it to the hole as Preston Clary is able to get into the double figure and scoring.
And that was a nice pass by Kobe Dillon. Like I said, Clary in that traffic, able to finish that break. So the player into the ball game is Eli Littlejohn for Nitro. Here's Stevens, a shot from 15 feet, doesn't go. Walton clears the rebound for Beckley. Clary for 3 on the left side, got it. Preston Clary rings a 3, and Beckley has its biggest lead of the game at 9, 40-31.
13th point for Clary, and his third 3 of the day.
Here's Nitro with it. Littlejohn has it now.
Get away from it, Jalen!
Good hard take to the basket by Crouch. They cut him off, and they throw it away.
It was a kick ball. This ball should be stopped.
Kobe Dillon lays it up and in. 42-31, the Beckley lead.
The refs missed that one.
Yeah.
The ball was deflected by Walton off his foot up to his.
Ready, Preston, you're relaxed.
That was a good, in soccer, that was a good play.
Down low, there's a foul, and it's going to be a Beckley foul.
It's going to be on A.J. Thomas, I'm thinking.
And it'll be Lovejoy that will get to the free throw line. Also, we got one of our listeners. We appreciate Stephen had 19 in the semifinal game against Shady at the state tournament a year ago. And we appreciate that. So that first free throw.
I remember him being a heck of a player, heck of a shooter. The
first free throw was good, correct?
Yes.
Made it 42-32 for the game. Second free throw is good. It's 42-33 overall is the lead for Beckley. Here's Walton on the baseline through traffic, and he'll draw the foul. That's a good, hard, strong take to the basket by Walton.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. Doesn't he look more aggressive and more assertive right now, early on in his, in the season? I think he looks a little stronger than last year, and he's going to have to be it down low.
Well, he looked like, to me, he looks like as he misses the free throw, and that's one area that he knows he needs to improve on is the free throw shooting. But from when we did the games at the end of last year, and I haven't seen him all summer until now, he just looked like he's more filled out now than the last time I saw him back, that would have been back in April as he missed both free throws.
And, that's one thing this team did really well. Probably the best free throw shooting team that Beckley has had in a long time last year.
There's a pass inside for the layup. That's good. Nice play that time by Crouch. The overall lead for Beckley is 7, 42-35. Clary's had the hot hand for Beckley. He'll pull up, baseline shot, left it short. A.J. Thomas had the rebound, and he'll draw the foul. That's a nice play by A.J. Thomas. So A.J. Thomas will get to the line and shoot two.
So I'm confused, Maris. They said number 1 wasn't playing?
No, number 5, Crouch is number 1. Yes.
Okay.
Did I not? I may have told you that.
You told me I didn't get the number switch.
You didn't register at the time.
That's right.
That's all right. It's preseason. A.J. Thomas at the line. Free throw is no good. Did you teach him how to shoot free throws? That's your cousin.
Nah, that would have to be his dad right there.
When it goes in, you taught him, right? I know how that goes. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, anything, if it's good, Eric says that he had a hand in it. If it's not good, he didn't have nothing to do with it. Second free throw for A.J. Thomas is good.
That was after I made corrections.
I see. The overall lead for Beckley is 8. Hard take by Stevens to the basket, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
A great attack by Stevens right there as he caught Beckley sleeping actually in this transition defense.
So it'll be a couple free throws for Stevens.
And that's going to be whistled on Williams. And by my calculations, that will be his third.
First free throw is good. The overall score is 43-36 Beckley. Coming up after this one will be Charleston Catholic, Greenbrier East. And then the final game of the day will be Wyoming East and Independence. Stevens misses the second free throw, so he makes one of two. 43-36 is the overall lead for Beckley. And like I said, Preston Clary had the hot hand. He throws the ball down low. Walton goes hard to the basket. Couldn't finish. Got his rebound back. Puts it up and in. Nice play by Walton. Yeah, really, I don't think that Nitro has any answer for Walton in that low block.
Once he catches it that low.
And that's it. They got to deny the ball if you're Nitro. Yeah, you can't let Walton get the ball that deep or take your man off the dribble to get the ball right to the basket like that. Into the lane, a little floater is no good, but an offensive rebound by Nitro. That floater was by Crouch, and back the other way is Kobe Dillon with the left hand. He lays it in.
17 for Kobe Dillon on the afternoon.
The overall Beckley lead is 47-36. Down in the post, and one. That's a nice play that time as Crouch, 6'4" senior, able to catch, shoot, and score and draw the foul.
And that's Nitro has some size. That's 4, I'm thinking, on Williams.
That will make the overall score 47-38. Crouch will try to polish off the three-point play.
And maybe my foul count's not correct because they're leaving them on the floor.
Well, another thing too, as Crouch misses, it might correct. They may not be like in a scrimmage. They may not have anybody foul out, and they might be correct. They may not do that. And there's an offensive foul on Beckley.
It's going to be on Walton. Excuse me. Walton didn't get square and set on the pick.
So Beckley will extend the pressure as the ball comes into Thomas. Cade Thomas will bring it up, guarded by A.J. Thomas. They get the ball down low. Little short shot, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Kobe Dillon comes out of there with it. That shot was missed by Crouch. And Kobe Dillon in traffic loses the ball. Here comes Nitro. Stevens, left of the lane, a lot of contact, no whistle. Back the other way comes Beckley. Kobe Dillon stops for three, doesn't go. Walton skies high for the rebound and puts it back up and in. What a monster rebound that was by Jalen Walton and the putback.
And Jalen Walton has 12, now three players in double figures.
Back the other way, we got a whistle as the ball went through the hoop. I was screened out, couldn't see who made that shot.
And I'm thinking that was Derek Lowe on the scoop and score.
We got a timeout. That makes it 49-40.
As we see here on the replay, yes, that's number 2, Derek Lowe.
With 2.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Let you know that this afternoon's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes having a Rockin' Bowl on New Year's Eve for 2025. You can bring in, it's hard to believe it's going to be 2025 here in a couple of weeks, Eric. But they still have lanes available, and you can dial them up at 304-253-7328 to assure that you can get a lane on New Year's Eve. Also, this afternoon's game brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. Check him out online at wvexitelevation.com. But one thing about it, Eric, this game has been very entertaining, very exciting. We've had good defense by both teams, good flow up and down the floor. We've had good offense.
Reffing.
We've had, it's been good.
Reffing,
and the overall lead right now with 2:34 left in the third, Beckley's up 9, 49-40.
Yeah, and the pace of the game, as you stated, has been well maintained. I mean, they came out with a lot of energy, Nitro, and Beckley came out a little flat after the timeout, came back out after being down 14-2, and has really took over the game. Although they were down 19-18 at the end of one, it felt like the tempo of the game switched over to Beckley style.
Yeah, and of course, Nitro's in 3A, Beckley's 4A. This Nitro will be one of the one of the top teams in Class AAA as they get a steal. Here's Stevens in the open floor, and the ball might have been kicked out of bounds.
Another kick ball.
I know. I don't want to hear it. Shoot the ball.
So Nitro will keep the possession. And Stevens will put it in play.
Good, Jalen. Rebound.
Here's a shot put up on the left side is good.
Crouch said rebound out of the net.
Yep, Beckley coaches were hollering rebound. There was no rebound for that as he's able to knock it down. The overall lead, 49-42. Here's Williams on the drive, gets the ball to Walton into the lane, spins, little short shot and scores. Like I said, Nitro has no answer for Walton. The lead back to 9, 51-42 for Beckley.
And as Walton has 8 points in the quarter.
Three ball on its way, not there. That three ball put up by Lowe. And the offensive rebound won't go. The putback right there, that was a good look, point blank by Crouch, and he couldn't get it to go. Kobe Dillon for three, not there. Nitro comes out of there with it. Here's Thomas with it for Nitro. They get the ball down low. Good Beckley defense, and they call a turnover, a travel on Nitro. They got the ball down in the paint to Crouch, and the 6'2" sophomore immediately got triple teamed.
Yeah,
and he turned it over.
As he spun, I think he switched his pivot foot. I don't think he thought it was a travel, but
of course the one that counts, they thought it was.
It was bang bang, but it looked like he might switch his pivot foot.
So here's Beckley with the ball as we're coming up on the final minute, and it went from 111 to 116 to 106 the clock.
There's a glitch around the 9 on that.
Yeah. Here's Preston Clary. They cut him off on the drive now from the baseline. Rainey into the game. And there's a Nitro foul, and that's an easy play to call. And that foul is on Crouch, and he gave it look like, what do you mean me? But he had his hands all over him. That play was right here in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been good if the Beckley player hadn't been trying to drive to the bucket, so he really restricted his drive.
So it'll be side out for Beckley right here in front of us. The ball will come into Kobe Dillon.
Shot. Come on, Taylor.
We're under a minute for the third, and the ball's out of bounds, and it will stay with Beckley. The overall score is Beckley up 51-42. Nitro led 19-18 at the quarter. Beckley led 33-28 at the break. And here's Beckley with the ball the final 40 seconds of the third, leading 51-42.
Wow.
Kobe Dillon definitely got fouled. Actually, I thought he got fouled right here in front of us.
Yeah.
And I thought they bumped him out of bounds, and they said play on, and then he does get fouled right there.
Yeah, you're correct. I thought it was several bumps going down the baseline here, the sideline rather.
So here's Beckley at inbound. And let's see what they set up here in the final 30 seconds of the third. Kobe Dillon down the lane, puts up the scoop shot, and it won't go, and it's tipped, and Nitro comes out of there with it. Here's Stevens in the front court.
Stay up on it.
Thomas thought about the three, and he elected not to take it. Stevens will spot up. He'll shoot a three, not even close. Beckley with the rebound. Here's Preston Clary. Little pull up from 10 feet. Won't go. Plenty of time for Nitro to get a shot off before the third quarter is over. They'll get a shot up ahead of the buzzer, and it won't go, and that's the end of three. At the end of three, Beckley has the lead, 51-42. Take a break, come back for the fourth quarter here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School here for the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason shootout. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Also the brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander, here as well. As Eric, we're ready to go to the fourth quarter. Beckley has the overall lead, 51-42. Nitro led 19-18 at the quarter. Beckley led 33-28 at the break. And as I mentioned now, as we start the fourth quarter, Beckley's up 51-42.
Well, this quarter is going to be, they've only gone 6 deep on the bench, and this is where your legs can tend to catch up with you in a game, as Nitro has played, eight players?
Yeah. Each team playing without a starter. Beckley does not have Zahn Hawthorne, was not available here this afternoon. Neither was Landon Ponatowski available for Nitro. So Nitro will have the first possession to start the second half. Spinning move, and they'll call an offensive foul as A.J. Thomas will take the charge.
Yeah, and A.J. Thomas being a Johnny on the spot right there, right place at the right time, doing all the little things that don't really show up in the in the scorer's book. If you can get any kind of points you can get out of him, is a plus.
Yeah, A.J. Thomas is in there for his defense. And here's Kobe Dillon on the drive, get the ball down low to Walton. And Walton had the shot maybe partially blocked from behind. I think it was from behind. But Nitro's had no answer for Walton in the paint. Back the other way comes Nitro. Stevens, they cut him off. Maybe a travel. Out of control play there. And Nitro has a charge. Yeah, I thought he did walk right here.
Right here.
Yep, he sure did. He got away with the walk, but then the karma paid off if you're a Beckley fan because they got him for the charge.
Right now in this offensive set, I am going to go down low to Walton here on the pick, maybe set the offense up to him.
They must have heard you because they actually went down low. Walton spots up as A.J. Thomas skies high to get the rebound. Nice hustle play by A.J. Thomas.
Wow.
But I think he landed out of bounds.
Great effort right there, though. Is he rebounder? I mean, as far as getting to the glass.
Well, he got hops. You saw what he was able to do on that play. Here's Lovejoy. He's been kind of quiet here in the second half. Here's an open 3 of 15 by a new player in the game, 15. I was going to say Austin Lovejoy. There's 2 Lovejoys on the floor right now for Nitro as Clary goes around the defender, but he couldn't get it to go. Stevens back the other way. Here's Thomas with it. Thomas for Beckley, guarding Thomas for Nitro. Good hard take to the lane, and they throw it away. Rainey comes up there, whips it over to A.J. Thomas. Beckley with numbers. Here's Kobe Dillon, leaves it for Preston Clary for the layup. Thing of beauty right there. And Beckley is up 53-42. So Kobe Dillon's in double figures. Clary's in double figures. Walton in double figures for Beckley. Stevens spins, 15-footer, needs a roll, won't get it, gets his own rebound back, and A.J. Thomas will commit the foul.
Yeah, I think Lucas, you probably could hear that reprimanded a little bit because what we call cherry picking back in our day, trying to leak out for that easy layup. And you have to rebound by committee if you're Beckley.
So Preston Clary will come out of the game. And Nitro will get the ball in. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, Beckley has the overall lead as that shot is put up into the lane, which is good by Crouch, and that reduces the lead to 53-44 is the overall lead. Walton into the lane will draw the foul. And like I said, Walton with his presence in the paint has made it really difficult on Nitro here this afternoon.
And that was on Colin Crouch, who scored the deuce at the other end, and in Beckley fashion, got the ball out of the bucket and got it down to probably the person he was guarding in transition.
Well, the one thing, we talked about Walton is he makes the free throw, and that's an area that I'm sure he'll tell you that he'll need to improve his free throw shooting. Because you think he's going to get fouled a lot this year. He's going to be at the line a lot this year, the way he plays and the way he's down in the post. Second free throw by Walton is good. He got them both.
Well, going into that shot, and you coached him, we had the opposite effect. You coached him up because he was 0 for 3 to that point.
Right, and then
he knocked those two.
Right, so he missed his first 3 foul shots. He's made his last 2.
But he's got to be a 70% or
got to at least
better.
be 70%. Yeah, I would agree with that. Because he might, Eric, when it's all said and done, he might end up having more free throws attempts than anybody on the team.
Oh, definitely. If he's aggressive and attacks the way he is, as Crouch knocks down
a 3, that cuts the lead to 55-47, and we have a timeout.
And we look at this 3 ball here by Crouch is good spacing, and he pops out and knocks it down from the corner.
Today's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. Whether it's a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the great folks at Cracker Barrel. Love me some pig from Cracker Barrel. In fact, the last time we were there, Eric, boy, the mashed potatoes, green beans,
it was great,
meatloaf.
Right?
It's always great at Cracker Barrel.
I remember I did the chicken and dumplings. That's the main staple there.
Well, we got 5:23 left in this one. Beckley's in front, 55-47. 2 more games will follow this. It'll be Greenbrier East taking on Charleston Catholic, and then the final game will be Independence and Wyoming East.
You know what? I had a chance to catch up when, one of our old friends, Herbie Brooks.
Yeah, I saw Herbie. Spoke with him briefly here earlier.
Hey, he's been out here with his, his pen in his pad scouting. But, he's just like us. He's a gym rat. If anything's going on, he's going to be out watching, man.
Well, of course, West Side played earlier. That's their county rival.
Yeah.
And they're going to play Beckley. It'll be Beckley's home opener when they play Wyoming. So, and you may see some of these other teams on down the line.
And you know what? Good coaches come out and scout. Hey, they ran that set as Preston Clary jacks a 3 up.
Drains up 3 ball. What a good afternoon it's been for Preston Clary. But you're right. You might see something.
Points.
You might see something that another team runs, like you want implementing
right.
your own offense.
That's what good coaches do, right?
Yeah, you always take something from somebody else, right?
Well, how lucky are the kids at Wyoming East, man? I mean, all these kids have great coaches, but to have someone like Herbie Brooks on the bench talking to you, man, in your ear, that's got to be good.
Yeah, especially someone that played at the next level, at the high level at the next level at WU, and still has the state scoring record at the state tournament as that shot is up and in by Lowe, and he knocks it down.
And Lowe does a good job. Lowe has scored in every quarter.
Kobe Dillon, a deep 3, and it won't go. And here is Nitro on the attack. Beckley has the overall lead, 58-49, 4.5 to go. Here's a 3 on the left side. That's too strong. That's a new player into the game. That was Caden Brooks that put that shot up. And here's Beckley with it. Clary into the lane, 12-footer, got it.
20 points on the afternoon for Clary.
And that takes the lead to 11 at 60-49. So I think if you're Beckley coach Ron Kidd, you have to be pleased, especially playing, without Zion Hawthorne. Of course, we know that Nitro's also playing without a starter, Landon Partowski, but still,
Well, both teams have to be pleased with how they played. But if you're Beckley, the intensity, other than that first 4 minutes of the first quarter, has been what you wanted.
That's a deep three, a little too far perhaps for Lowe, and back the other way, Kobe Dillon has it stripped. What a beautiful play that was by Lowe.
Right there, Kobe Dillon has to come to a jump stop and, really shield the ball from the defender.
So coming up on the final 3 minutes of this one, and Kobe Dillon able to get a steal. Now he's ahead of the pack, nobody near him, and he's able to shoot and score.
That's what he should have done on the last play.
I think he heard you. That takes the lead to 13 for Beckley. The overall lead is 62-49.
And 19 for Kobe.
So you got Kobe Dillon with 19. You got 20 from Clary, and you got double figures for Walton
16
as well.
from Walton.
Well, yeah. So they've been the big three here this afternoon. Kobe Dillon open for three. A little strong. Here comes Nitro on the attack. Down the lane, up and in. That's a nice play, that time by Crouch.
No, that was Lowe.
I beg your pardon, Lowe. Clary open for three.
Long.
Yep, a little too strong. Brooks clears the rebound for Nitro. Good take to the basket. That is laid in that time by Crouch.
Now there is Crouch right there.
62-53 the overall score.
Yeah, this is the segment right here, though. This is the most sloppy this has been. Wow, a lot of contact on the baseline.
Yep, no whistle there. Nice take to the basket by A.J. Thomas. It's swatted from behind, and then A.J. Thomas commits the foul. You might be able to hear the coach right beside me, which, he's got a point. There was a lot of contact on the drive that they let go, and then they do call the foul. Of course,
That's why I chuckled.
Yeah. Got a timeout on the floor, and we will take it with them, a full timeout with Beckley leading 62-53. Be right back here on Video Productions.
2025 New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
It's that one.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School, the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason showcase with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. We had Loretta Stiltner here, and we had the brains of the outfit. She was here. She's still floating around, Faith Alexander. As we play, Eric, the final 153 of this one, Beckley in front, 62-53, as Nitro has the ball out of the timeout.
If you're Beckley, and I think their coach, is this what you want? You want to win this quarter. You want to win 3 out of the 4 quarters and close out.
So here's Nitro with it. Here's Thomas for Nitro. Look like they're running a little bit of a weave here. Maybe trying to work on a set situation here.
Hey, somebody step up. Somebody step up. Don't let him reverse it, Taylor. Taylor, step up here.
It looked like maybe this little bit of their stall game.
Oh, whoa. Hey, keep him there. Don't let him out of it. Don't let him over there.
They might be playing this as if the game was tied
last
shot.
Maybe trying to take the last shot right.
Situation.
Here's Thomas down the lane, gets to the rim, throws it up. It doesn't go, but he draws the foul. As Caden Thomas, he went hard to the basket right down the center of the lane, and he'll draw the foul, and he'll step up to the line to shoot two.
Sometimes, unless it was on the swat down, I think they're, maybe on the swat. Sometimes I think you're preconceived to blow the whistle there.
So it'll be a couple of free throws coming for Thomas. The first is no good.
They say, in basketball terms, sometimes the ball don't lie, right?
Yeah, I think that's more of a way modern term. They never used to say that back in my day, playing on the playground with the chain nets. And I think that's something just came across in the last 2 or 3 years.
What are you talking about? They didn't call fouls back in the day on chain nets.
That's right. A foul, what is that?
Exactly.
All right, here the final minute of this one. And Beckley up 62-54. And I know the coaches really, they don't so much as look as that as a certain thing they want to run as Walton goes hard to the basket, goes through traffic, and draws the foul.
Yeah, he was begging for that one. And let's see if he can keep his streak going here, Mayor. So.
Well, he's going to be a tough matchup for anybody Beckley plays, unless, you've got 3 or 4, 6, 7, 6, 8 guys on your team. And, here this afternoon, Nitro has not had an answer. But as you mentioned, his streak going, Walton missed his first 3 free throw attempts. He's now made his last 3.
And in fine fashion, once you make 3 in a row, you're destined to miss the next one.
Well, if you made 3 in a row, maybe you can make 4 in a row, and you jinxed him, Eric. So he gets 1 of 2. The lead 63-54.
Heavy hitter. That's what usually happens, right?
Final 35 seconds of this one. So Beckley had a good scrimmage the other night, as you went to it, Eric, on Tuesday night against Chapmanville. A good scrimmage here this afternoon. Beckley will open up on the road December 17th at Huntington, and Nitro calls a timeout.
Yeah, and in Huntington today
in football
in Martinsburg, so I'm pretty sure at least 2 or 3 of those young men on that football team will be in the basketball team. So we don't know if Huntington's full strength, but we do know this. Anytime that Beckley goes on the road to Huntington, it's tough to get a win in Huntington.
Well, here's something we do know. Should Huntington pull off the upset at Martinsburg, and Huntington's only regular season loss in football was to Martinsburg.
Yeah, at Martinsburg.
Right, and that's where they're at this afternoon. And let's see if we got a score on that. And we don't have it yet. But should that happen, should Huntington win that game, they'll be playing in the state championship next weekend, and I'm not sure what day they play.
That'd be the 14th.
Well, right. Well, they play Friday and Saturday.
I think Thursday, Saturday.
Thursday, Saturday. Okay, that'd be a week from today. And if that were the case, then you would think no matter what happened, if they make that championship game, if they do have players available 3 days later on the 17th against Beckley to open the season, they would not have practiced or played any basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be tough just to come taking that helmet and cleats off to get into a basketball arena.
Yeah, and should they win it on maybe the emotional high that they would be on, should they win the football state championship. All right, final 19 seconds. I think there was 12 seconds left, but now that's 19.
It was 12.4.
That's what I thought, but 63-54. And that's over and back, was it not?
No.
No? I thought he caught the ball in the front court. All right, final 10 seconds of this one. Lovejoy in the paint. Lovejoy to Lovejoy for the bucket. 63-56. Kobe Dillon puts the shot up ahead of the buzzer, but it doesn't matter. Beckley's going to win this scrimmage by the final score of 63-56. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up here in just a second on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School here at the Little General C. Adam Toney preseason showcase. Game just gone final. Beckley defeats Nitro 63-56. Nitro led 19-18 at the end of the quarter. Beckley led 33-28 at the break. Beckley led 51-42 after 3. Beckley wins the game 63-56. Scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Boy, I'd love to have me a nice blue can of Pepsi. And, Eric, you'll get a Pepsi, but first we got to put you to work. You have the individual totals of both Beckley and Nitro.
Yeah, and for Beckley, this was balanced. They had 3 players score 15-plus points, led by Preston Clary with 20, Kobe Dillon with 19, and as you stated, Jalen Walton was just a tough matchup with 17 points on the afternoon. For Nitro, Ty Stevens had 14. Timmy Lovejoy had 12, and one other double-figure score. No other double-figure score for Nitro.
All right, well, that will wrap this one up. Our next game will take place at approximately 3:15. It's 2:42 now. We'll be on about 10 after, and it will be Greenbrier East and Charleston Catholic. So until then, we'll say our goodbyes for the heavy hitter Nick Eskins. For my partner Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Final score 63-56. Beckley wins it. Talk to you about 3:10.